So Kingdom Hearts 2.8 has a release date finally, and it is going to be, I know, right? It is going to be coming out on January 24th. And of course, 2.8 is the collection that includes the 3DS game Dream Drop Distance, the Birth by Sleep, a Fragmentary Passage, which is kind of a follow-up of sorts to Birth by Sleep, and also Kingdom Hearts X back cover, which is just the series of cutscenes that tells a story for a good 2.5 hours of backstory that they've done with the other collections like 1.5 and 2.5. And if you watched any of the trailers and you're as confused, if you're confused watching the trailers, you're not alone. Even people like me, I've played every game except for the 3DS game, which I will be playing after I play through Pokemon Blue. That's next on the docket, as it were. I will be playing that game, and then I will have played every Kingdom Hearts game there is, which there's quite a few.
Wow, you made it.
Yes. I don't know if I'll finish it by January, though.
Oh, gosh.
So, yeah, the trailer covers a lot of this back cover side story, and it has these weird people. We've talked about it before with these kind of strange characters that are masked, and each one has like the mask of an animal, and I'm sure the storyline that's already convoluted and overcomplicated is just going to be more so going in that direction. But usually, here's, as much as I'm criticizing Kingdom Hearts right now, usually when people criticize it for, it being hard to follow, if you sit down and actually take the time to, if you have an attention span that goes longer than 30 seconds, you can understand the storyline. Granted, they just keep making things more and more complicated, right? It's kind of like how the Matrix movies were. Have you seen the Matrix movies?
Funny story. Well, I saw the first one. The first one's fantastic.
Right.
No one's going to disagree with that, I hope. Saw the second one at my cousin's house. It was really late, and I was trying to follow it. I was like, okay, this could be cool. I watched it. I was like, this isn't that cool. And there were these really, really, really bad CGI scenes, like jumping on cars and stuff. I mean, you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, whoa. And then it got to this point where there was just this old bald dude with a beard sitting in this room with like TVs all around, with himself on the TVs, and he was like explaining all this like crazy like exposition stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm going to sleep. I'm done. And that's
Just
how far I got.
Couldn't take it, could you?
It was crazy. They blew it. They had a good thing, and they just went too far.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of how Kingdom Hearts works. I mean, the first
But it's
one,
still good.
Huh?
It's still good.
It is still good. It's just you just have to take more effort to understand the story. Like the first one, you kind of see it. It's like, okay, heartless. They're bad. They're trying to take the hearts of the world. They don't really have an intelligence about them. It's just what they do. They're like a force of nature. Disney villains are trying to use them to their advantage. Okay,
why not?
I got it. It makes sense. Second one rolls around, or no. Then you play Chain of Memories. Okay, Chain of Memories is like a 1.5. And
I'm already confused.
Oh, Chain of Memories, that's where it gets confusing. You're introduced to Organization 13.
Oh gosh.
Who is a group of nobodies, and then you find out what nobodies actually are in Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 starts you off with playing as a different character and doesn't really explain why you're playing as a different character until like 8 hours in, and you finally get to play as Sora again. It's not a perfect game series at all. It's very fun to play, and the story is fun to follow, but you do have to take an effort to follow it. Like, it's like right now, I'm giving you just bullet points. They're not going to make sense unless you understand everything in the series. It's a very deep series.
But the thing, I've never played it, but the thing that's kind of seemed cool to me about it is just how unique it is. Like among all of these kind of, side-scrolling stuff, like fighting games, like war games. And I mean, what category would this fall under?
Like an action RPG.
Yeah, but see, yes, of course it has a category. Every game's gonna have to, but it's just so different from everything else like it. It's
Yeah.
very unique, which I think is really cool about it. But yeah.
And it seems like one of those things, like, if you said 20 years this was going to happen, no one would believe you. Like, Square making a Disney game that's good? No, that doesn't make... No. I don't think so. So, yeah, it is coming. In January, this will be our little taste of what Kingdom Hearts 3 will be like. We've had a dozen Kingdom Hearts games, and we're just now getting to 3. But, yeah.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady there. Tetsuya Nomura.